Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Bride of Chucky. Today, Chucky gets lucky.
Written by Don Mancini, directed by Ronny Yu, starring Jennifer Tilly, Brad Dourif, and Katherine Heigl, Bride of Chucky is about Chucky, the possessed serial killer doll, and his bride-to-be, Tiffany, who go to receive an amulet from Chucky's grave and put their souls in a young couple. What do we like about this movie, guys?
I want to kick it off with my bae, Jennifer Tilly, my favorite poker player, my favorite woman ever since I was in grade 6, watching Bound with her in a lesbian scene with Gina Gershon.
This is the first film in a long time since the Child's Play series, and I gotta say, it picked up perfectly right where it left off. It reinvented the series. We got a really cool looking Chucky, and we got a really cool story to go along with it where it played back to how it was like 7 to 12 years ago, and it just continued. And I love that it didn't skip a beat.
In Child's Play 3, Chucky gets cut up by like a fan thing. Here he is in this one, getting stapled back together by Jennifer Tilly.
So this movie, right out of the gate, just had this really good vibe about it. It was like a really good horror movie that we don't see.
The production value, bar none, was one of some of the best that we've seen in any movie that we reviewed on this channel, and that probably has to do with its huge budget of $25 million. Usually we focus on the indie stuff, but like even still, the story was so solid, and I think like the direction from Ronny Yu, I think it was awesome. I think all the shot types were great. The lighting was perfect. Honestly, the cinematography was fucking spot on.
They kept all those little like low angle shots and where we just see his feet running. And
the above shots where you have like two like small people fighting with like a shovel or something. Perfect.
This movie was also like a love letter just to horror. You have the references at the beginning in the evidence room. This was just a movie that knew it was a horror movie, loved horror movies, and it just had a good, fun vibe to it.
All the different homages, especially to like the classic slashers, was really a nice touch, but the one that was perfect for me was the Bride of Frankenstein. Not only do we get to see Chucky stitched up resembling Frankenstein, we also get Tiffany. Just the scene of her watching the movie, her hair in the bathtub, it was just a perfect throwback to that film. Other than Jennifer Tilly, shoutouts have to go to John Ritter, because that was a really nice cameo, and he had a really good part in this. But the shocker, which we all forgot about, Katherine Heigl. What are you doing in this film?
I really like this story because it was a unique take on the whole puppet genre. Like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing. They're trying to get from point A to point B, dispose of bodies, do a bunch of things, but they can't necessarily do it themselves, so they have to reach out to this other couple subtly and have them bring them along. I just thought it was a really cool dynamic to cause problems in one couple's life while creating greatness in their own lives.
Yeah,
A real coming of age.
It was a solid piece. It's what you want to see. You want to see two dolls, and you want to see them killing people. And that's what you get.
To go off of how they killed people, the puppeteering and the animatronics in this film was top notch.
We had Tiffany smoking a cigarette and like exhaling smoke, and they're caressing each other, they're rubbing each other, they're showing affection, and you can tell they're fucking. Even just like their facial expressions, you can tell their emotions. That leads me to how they were shot. Like as puppets, they were shot like people, and it was great.
It's time for our favorite kills. In this movie, they made a lot of references to other horror movies. They even talked about how they needed to update themselves, right? So Chucky pulls out a knife, and his wife is like, whoa, that is way too old school. So he comes up with a new way. He grabs a bunch of nails, he sets it up on the airbag. John Ritter comes in, boom, face full of nails, looking just like Pinhead.
My favorite kill goes out to our boy David. He is in the back of the van with our two protagonists, and he just discovers John Ritter's body. And he's trying to get out, holding them at gunpoint, signals a cop on the highway. When you least expect it, he gets smoked by a transport truck. Body parts are just flying everywhere, and it looked awesome.
My favorite kill is when Tiffany's going to collect some dough. And this couple is just like basically about to fuck on this waterbed that has a mirror above it. And she takes like a champagne bottle, tosses it up, and we have slow motion almost 3D glass that comes down and blows up the bed. And even when we come back, when we have the girl from Hocus Pocus as housekeeping, she comes in, we just see the bodies riddled with just glass and blood, and there's blood all over the place. It just looked awesome.
What didn't we like about this movie, guys? One aspect I didn't like about this movie was the John Ritter and his niece, Katherine Heigl, their kind of relationship of where he's being overprotective. It didn't seem to really impact the story. Like, I understand it forced her to kind of run away and stuff, but I feel like even just a couple just going on a road trip would have done the same job.
Right. Yeah, I think that would be my biggest gripe. There's not much to nitpick in this movie, because they knew exactly what they were.
Yeah, anything we say will be kind of nitpicky. One other thing is, like, maybe I wanted a few more kills.
It would have been nice to have more than 3 kills or 4 kills to choose from for our favorite kills.
One of the other problems with these kills was it wasn't like a suspenseful, like, Chucky sneaking around kind of killing. It's time for our final thoughts and rating. This movie was awesome. It held up. It was fun. It was funny. The kills in it, the dialogue, the acting, the production value, it all hit the marks that I needed from this movie. And I think it reinvigorated this franchise in a way that needed to be done, because Chucky was the appeal. And giving him this new attitude, this new look was perfect. So I'm gonna give this movie 4.5 sexy chests out of 5.
I think this is a great reinvention of the series and a great reimagining of Chucky. I really liked seeing the new stitched up face that we now have come to love. And I really liked having Jennifer Tilly involved and her becoming Tiffany. I thought that whole dynamic was fantastic and a really cool way to rejuvenate the series. This was beautifully shot, beautifully acted, so I have to give this 4.5 pushing and pulling all over Jennifer Tilly's titties out of 5.
Bride of Chucky was a great film to sit down and rewatch after so many years. This is a great film, not just to watch by yourself, but with your friends, because we sat down, we joked, we loved it. Everything was great. I just love Brad Dourif coming back and playing Chucky, and he still has it, and that's what makes it awesome. So that being said, I'm gonna give this 4.5 awkward threesomes out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your favorite Child's Play film. And if it's Seed of Chucky, I'm blocking you. Actually, no. We're gonna check that out soon, because I want to know if it still sucks. Take it easy, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, because we have cool shit here.